You guys? I hope everyone is having an awesome Tuesday. Yay. What's up? What's up? What's up? Okay, thank you to everyone, all my new subscribers. Thank you so much for subscribing to me and believing that I'm going to give you that and believing in the fact that I could give you some great content, okay, to look forward to on YouTube. I really appreciate the trust. I just want to say that to all my subscribers. That is not just my new ones, new and old, day ones, everyone. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I really do appreciate it. Make sure you give me a thumbs up on this video. And if you're new here, welcome, welcome, welcome. Okay, and make sure you subscribe. All right, so you can get all the great content as well that's to come. Anyway, I wanted to talk today about the Teyana Taylor situation because I remember when she came out Saturday. She came out Saturday on at Jay-Z's concert. Okay, if you don't know, if you've been living under a rock, I'll be more than happy to fill you in. So Jay-Z had a 30-year concert that was celebrating, I guess, his music for the past 30 years, right? Because he hasn't come out with anything in about 30 years. No, I'm playing. So he wanted to celebrate his 30 years of music by putting on a concert for himself at the Yankee Stadium in New York City. Now, let's get into the tea, okay? Because a lot of New Yorkers said that that concert brought in a whole lot of people, brought in a lot of tourists, brought in a lot of action and entertainment for the city. And it was a great thing for the city. And I can understand stuff like that because Texas is one of those places where when entertainment comes, it like hypes the city up. Okay? Like the what was it? The World Cup thing was here. Something, whatever that was. The FIFA, whatever. Y'all know what I'm talking about. That was here and that brought in a whole lot of tourists, okay? A whole lot of excitement, excitement for the businesses, excitement for things to do in the city here. So when you have entertainment come into your city, it's going to always hype the city up and, be great for the city unless it's not great, right? What's up? What's up? What's up? So, a lot of New Yorkers are saying that, the Jay-Z concert brought the heat. Okay, it brought the pain, it brought all the good things people were talking about online. What's up? What's up? How they were going through the city, they were in the city, they were on the train. They were walking around, catching a bus, just doing what they do as regular New Yorkers, and the city was hyped because of the Jay-Z concert. So I could definitely understand, the city being hyped and a lot of good energy being around, in the city of New York, because New York is the land of opportunity anyway, right? So when someone as big as Jay-Z come to the city and have a 3-night performance, of course it's going to bring a whole bunch of tourists, it's going to bring a whole bunch of excitement because he is so New York, right? And New Yorkers love a good New Yorker. Okay, I get it. I do get it. Even though I don't care for Jay-Z, y'all already know I'm still going to speak my truth and I'm going to be honest and fair at all times. Now, night 2, when Teyana Taylor came through, yeah, he is Diddy's man. He's Diddy. I don't know if he's Diddy part 1 or 2. Yeah. But when Teyana Taylor got on that stage and she performed Can't Knock the Hustle, y'all, it was terrible. It was bad. And I was thinking, because I'm going to tell you, I watched night 1 and night 2 pieces of it. And I was going to watch night 3, but once I decided to go online, then everyone was talking about how the show didn't start, and then it didn't start till after 12 o'clock. And I was like, shoot, I'm going to bed. Okay, I'm too old for this. So I was glad I was at home. I ain't have to waste no money. Okay, but anyway, so night 2, Teyana Taylor performed. Night 1, Beyonce performed with Jay-Z, Can't Knock the Hustle. And to me, that wasn't that great, because that was the first song they did. Picture that. Picture that. But night 1, night 1, Beyonce performed Can't Knock the Hustle with Jay-Z. And I thought that performance was bad, because she came out there looking like her mama, Tina Knowles, okay? With that little outfit on with the capris. And to me, it wasn't giving New York. It should have been, the outfit should have gave New York. I don't know. And Teyana Taylor is from New York. So I'm going to let that pass with her and her outfit. Of course, her outfit was cool, but Beyonce outfit really looked like a Texas slash California type look. I don't know what that look was. I'm going to say Texas, because it did look real Southern. Okay, but I didn't like the performance at all. I thought he could have did better than Beyonce. And then night 2, Saturday, with Teyana Taylor, her sound was real bad. It was real bad. And they were saying how she really couldn't hear herself, so that's why the sound was so bad. But I'm thinking, even if she was off by a couple seconds, she still should have been able to sing that song great. And I know Teyana Taylor just got she got a couple awards this year. Just recently, she got the Iconic Award from BET, from the BET Awards. Now, you can't be out here talking about you're iconic and you can't perform on stage. Now, we all know Teyana Taylor, she could sing, she could dance. But there's certain songs certain people can't sing. There's certain songs certain artists can't sing. I mean, come on, y'all know what I'm talking about. Thank you, thank you. I appreciate it. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Everybody can't sing every song. Just like every dancer can't do every dance. Right? Like, you can't be great at everything. And I was trying to think, who else could sing that song like that? To me, like a Jasmine Sullivan would have been able to hit them notes and like, okay, like it wasn't nobody business. Jasmine Sullivan, I don't know who else could have hit those notes like that other than Mary J. Blige. And to be honest, Mary J. Blige, her tone, I mean, her vocals is not like, high pitched or anything that can't be copied, but still you have to have a certain type of artist that could come out there and make that thing sound good. So a lot of people are giving Teyana Taylor a lot of hate right now, and I really hate that, because Teyana Taylor is a great dancer. Her music is good. I like her music, and she is a great vocalist, but I don't think the song was right for her, and that sucks, unfortunately. Okay, Jay-Z should have really got either a local singer, because I'm pretty sure any local singer could have did that if she could sing, could have hit, Mary J. Blige has a very distinct voice. Let's talk about that, okay? It's raspy. You want to hear that song kind of original. You want to hear those tones, those notes kind of sounding like how Mary J. Blige did it, because it was soulful. It was kind of raspy, So to Teyana Taylor, she couldn't get it. It wasn't given. Not at all. Not a little bit. It wasn't. And I really hate that, because like I said, Teyana Taylor is a great artist. I love her style. I love her song. She could sing. She really can. I've seen her like uncut, what is it, like uncut or whatever. She did a whole uncut thing that looks like she probably paid for, or it looks like she did it in her like living room or something, and they all had on blue and everything, and she was singing, and I was just like, oh my goodness, like I was mesmerized. But like I said, her and Beyonce didn't do that song no justice at all. It was terrible, in my opinion. In my opinion. Yeah. But I also feel like the Eminem performance was like mediocre as well. That was night, I think that was night two. Yeah, night two. Eminem came out also. And to me, that was mediocre. You know, you could tell he hadn't performed in a while. To me, it wasn't great. It was just like, oh, Eminem, you got him from up under that rock. You know, it was like that. But, to me, that was boring. But I don't know. So a lot of people giving Teyana Taylor a lot of hate, and I really hate that for her. But you shouldn't accept a job if you, and I'm just thinking she's been on like a great high this year, because I think this is like her second award she got from an award show. So she's kind of like, and then it's like, but that's just life right there. You could take 2 steps forward and 3 steps back sometimes. And luckily for her, she only had to take 1 step back. So she's good. She's still good. And what about Rihanna, y'all? I love seeing Rihanna out there Sunday. To me, that was the highlight of the doggone show. Okay, for all 3 days. Seeing Rihanna out there, okay, where her mom bought. Oh my goodness. I thought that was so cute that Rihanna kept it 100. And we know she done had 3 children, right? She looked like the everyday girl. She looked like the round-the-way girl from down the street, around the corner. And I love that for her, because we know she's not. Okay, we know this is a huge celebrity that, to me, she's not like a great singer, but she's a great performer. Like her songs, she sings her songs very well. Okay, I love the whole Fenty line, the makeup line, bomb 10 out of 10. Okay, bomb. Well, she had clothing too, I think. Or like loungewear or lingerie or something. To me, bomb. Like seeing her come out was a great performance. It was a shocker because no one expected Rihanna to come out there. I know I didn't. Because I was like, Rihanna don't mess with Jay-Z like that. And you could tell it was some tension there. You could tell she was contracted to come out there. And I was just wondering, even though, she had a little mom bod, I didn't like that outfit. She had on all leather. It's the middle of July. And New York get hot. Okay? I done been in New York multiple times. And I know that in July, New York is hot as hell. Okay? So it didn't make sense that she had that whole little leather suit on. I didn't understand that. And I didn't understand why nobody ain't have no Yankee jersey on with some heels or something. Beyonce came back and tried to do it right Sunday. She performed a couple of songs with Jay-Z, of course. Of course, he needs her. So we already know, and I've been saying it for weeks now, that Jay-Z is going to perform for Super Bowl. How many of y'all going to watch it? I'm not watching it. I'm watching the playbacks. Okay? He would not get my vote. Okay? I would not be in that number when they do the tally up to see how many people watch during the halftime show. No, he won't. And then, did y'all know that he came out with, he released or re-released his 30th album, like a 30th album of all his old music at Target. And then I believe that was Friday night, he gets on stage and talk about how us as a people, will boycott a Target, but still spend money with Amazon, and be on. We'll boycott. What is it? I forgot what he said. Like Facebook, but still be on Instagram, YouTube, and Google and stuff like that. Whatever. And I'm like, okay, you trying to make us like you or hate you? Then talking about Kaepernick. I'm not even going to talk about Kaepernick anymore, except for this one thing. I like the fact that Kaepernick has got his lick back by paying for the autopsy for Nolan Wills. If you don't know, Nolan Wills on the 4th of July is a black kid. He went on a boat trip with him and 3 of his white friends. They were all in college together. They went out on the boat. They came back home. He didn't. The next day they found his body. It came up on the shore, and now he's no longer with us, and no one knows why, how, what happened to him. His friends are saying, Nolan Wells' friends are saying that he told them to leave him there. He stayed there without his cell phone because his friends had his cell phone and his car keys. And they're saying that they were told by him to leave him there. He wanted to stay there without his cell phone. Now, who going somewhere without a cell phone nowadays? Okay, this is 2026. Okay? Toddlers got cell phones they not leaving behind. But anyway, it's a lot of unanswered questions when it comes to that. But Colin Kaepernick has came out of the woodwork. I don't know where Colin Kaepernick been at all this time, but he has come out and made it public that he is paying for the autopsy, and I believe they started the autopsy. So we're just waiting to hear back the answers from the autopsy to find out what actually could have possibly happened to Nolan Wills. Prayers out to the family of Nolan Wills, because I know that has to be hard. Anyway, so while Jay-Z is up here doing a concert talking junk about people boycotting one thing but then spend money over here and throwing shots at Colin Kaepernick out here making big moves, boss moves, okay, for that matter. And he's out here looking like a whole horse. Okay? And then let's talk about how Beyonce was supposedly cutting his hair at the Yankee Stadium in the bleachers. Now, let's think about that. Okay? Let's be real. We like to be real on this channel, right? If Beyonce was cutting Jay-Z's hair, did she have clippers that was battery operated? Because I didn't see a cord. I don't know. Do they have outlets out there in the stadium bleachers at Yankee Stadium? I didn't see a cord for those clippers that she was using like this, cutting Jay-Z's hair. And then they had a picture showing his hair, showing hair on the ground. So you mean to tell me Jay-Z sat there and let Beyonce give him a fade and shape him up and everything? Who gonna believe that? With clippers that didn't have a cord, but I'm supposed to believe that. If you believe that, you're a fool. Okay? And the fact that they did that And I said that then. I was like, so how you gonna shave his hair? And where's the outlet? Like, I didn't see a cord on the clippers. But why y'all gonna show us that phony fake stuff? Like, why are y'all doing fake stuff right in front of us and trying to make us seem like it's real? I feel offended because you want to try to make me believe that Beyonce cut Jay-Z hair in the bleachers. You want to make me believe that Beyonce, instead of being on tour, she's now Jay-Z's hairstylist. Why he not going to the barber? Matter of fact, why he not around normal people that can ask him some normal ass questions? Okay? Doing all these interviews with people we ain't never heard of before. That's not asking the questions that the people want to know. Okay? Because everybody else getting interviewed and being put in a hot seat, but not Jay-Z. He's controlling it all. But with that little haircut situation, that made me further believe that the hair that was on his head was a wig. Because why is Beyonce cutting your hair with cordless clippers? I ain't see no trimmers. I ain't see no pick, no comb. And I've cut hair before. I've actually went to school for cosmetology back in the day when I came right out of high school. Okay? So I know a little something. I wouldn't say I'm a pro. Please don't ask me to cut your hair. Okay? But I used to cut my son hair when he was little. But I know that if you're going to cut someone's hair, you probably need to pick it out, comb it out. And then where the guards was that on the clippers, okay? So you got one guard on the clippers that you're using, and you're able to go front to back, front to back, front to back with those clippers without getting the hair off it. Like, come on. And you want to make me believe that y'all doing this in the bleachers. Very performative. It reminds me of what's the lady name that Jay-Z hang out with? Marina Abrakovich or something like that. Very performative. He's very performative. And then are we not going to talk about the fact that Jay-Z did exactly what Dame Dash told him to do? He got his hair cut. Dame Dash said Jay needs to get rid of the wig, take that off, get a fade, put a fitted on. He said he need to put some New York gear on. And he said he need to put some Timbs on. And Jay-Z did all of those things. All of them. I'm thinking he should get Dame Dash back on the payroll. And then, didn't he have a performance where there was a guy who looked like Dame Dash that came on the stage? And then I guess they realized that wasn't Dame Dash. Was that real? I've seen that going around YouTube, but I haven't heard anyone talking about it. But I don't know. I don't know if that was real or if that was made up or what. I don't know. But poor Teyana Taylor, because she didn't deserve. I believe she's getting hit real hard because a lot of folks are coming at Jay-Z because we just don't like the dude. Okay? He has children out here he's not acknowledging. Court cases out here he's not following. Okay? Ramir only wanted the blood test, and he couldn't even do that. So we just going to avoid Ramir and act like he's not here? And then where was all the Rockefeller people? Shouldn't he have been celebrating a lot of Rockefeller people up there on the stage this past weekend versus just having every artist and their mama on stage? And then he's out there. It's 10,000 people outside, waiting outside. They can't come in because of this security breach. It's 10,000 people outside. Dude, it wasn't no 10,000 people outside. Okay? And rumor has it that the security people at the Yankee Stadium has been telling folks that the reason why they shut everything down is because Jay-Z wanted to make it look like a lot of people was there for his performance, because when 8 o'clock came, the bleachers were half full. Now, y'all know black people have a hard time being on time. And that's another thing. You didn't see a lot of white audience there. To me, the show wasn't really mixed race. And to me, when you're on concert, when you doing a concert, you need to have a mixed audience. Most artists do, right? They have a mixed audience. I mean, just go back and think about all the artists. Beyonce, mixed audience. Kanye West, mixed. Usher, mixed. Chris Brown, mixed. Everybody has Rihanna, okay? Jay-Z audience looked like it was mostly black. Not to say that that's a bad thing in any way, but it kind of makes sense when a lot of people are saying that those ticket prices were supposed to be $500 and at the last minute they went down to $80. And they call them seat fillers. So they said, you know how you have Ticketmaster and all those ticket places where you can get tickets? They said there's an app where at the last minute you can get tickets that go on sale or that are discounted because people didn't buy the tickets. So then they'll either sell those tickets at a discounted rate, which is probably like 80% off, or they'll bring in seat fillers, which are people who get free seats, don't have to pay nothing, just show up to fill up stadiums. And they said most artists use those. Yeah, Cardi B. Cardi B is another one. Have a mixed audience, right? Even though she is what? She's a different race too. So that makes sense, right? But yeah, they'll play right in our face, y'all. Don't fall for the hype. Don't believe the hype. Don't believe the hype. If you my age, you know, you understand what that was just now. But if you're not, it's okay. It's all right. Yeah, don't believe the hype, okay? Because Jay-Z will tell you anything. All right? You can't trust nothing come out that dude's mouth. That's a dangerous guy right there. Jay-Z cares about no one but himself, and it's evident. You can see it clear as day. The dude doesn't care about anyone. And if I was Beyonce, I'll be looking for my exit plan. Because to me, a guy like Jay-Z is liable for taking not only his money when he leaves, but her money too, and Blue Ivy's money. Okay? But anyway, I saw a video, an interview that Dame Dash did, of course. You know, folks had to interview Dame with the quickness. Okay? So Dame Dash said if that was him, of course, you know, he would be with his children. He said he wouldn't have Blue Ivy, he wouldn't have his daughter out here wearing bandanas, looking street, you know, being around drug dealers, he said. All types of stuff like that, which makes sense. Jay-Z don't care. He care about that energy harvesting. Because I know night 2, because I didn't watch all of night 1. But night two, I watched a pretty good bit of that because that was Saturday and I was bored. But night two, I know at the end, he had everyone hove up, doing all that mess right there. So, like, they're building up, boosting energy out to him, which is what most artists do when they're in concert. They're energy harvesting, whether they know it or not, which I'm pretty sure they all know it. Okay. They ain't in this industry for nothing. And then they say, of course, Mary J. Blige has a residency in Vegas, and that's what she was doing. So, of course, she couldn't be there with Jay-Z, and she's not on his payroll, obviously, because Usher just had a concert, I believe, Saturday. So to see him there Sunday was like, what? I was like, he must have him on contract. Which, like a lot of them, I feel like Rihanna was another one. I feel like she was contracted to be there because it just wasn't given that her and Jay-Z, that they like each other. So I don't know. But who else? I'm really tired of talking about Jay-Z. But of course, you know, the concert was big. It was a big deal. It was a big deal for New York City. And of course, it's going to get talked about. It's not a lot of good stuff going on. I mean, that was a concert. But, you know, and I think, Usher and Chris Brown, they're still on concert. They're still performing. I don't think their concert is over yet. I think it's over around the end of the year, October or somewhere around there. September, October. But yeah. I don't know. Kanye's still on tour. Okay. All right. Now, Kanye got countries building stadiums just to let him perform. Okay? Now that would have been fire if Jay-Z had good common sense. If he was a real dude, he would have mended some of those relationships and had some real good people out there. Not to say that the people that was out there wasn't good people. They were, but I don't know. It seems scripted. And the whole concert, all 3 nights was hella unorganized, as if they just planned that the day before. Like, it was weird because I've been to concerts before and I know usually there's a rhyme or reason to everything. You got music playing to keep the crowd, upbeat, even when the artist is not on stage. But when Jay-Z wasn't on stage, which was a couple of times, they didn't have no music playing. They didn't have nothing going on the screens. It was weird. It was like a little bootleg. It was a little bootleg. Like, if I paid $500 for that concert, I would be pissed. Okay, I would want a refund, to be honest. Especially if I didn't go on Sunday night. And to me, even Sunday wasn't all that. And I'm a fan of Usher and Rihanna. But to me, that was the best night. Hate it for the people who spent the money. Okay, they could have just watched the show from the safety of their bed, from the comfort of their beds. But yeah, that's all I got for you guys. I just wanted to get on here and do a recap and talk about Teyana Taylor, Teyana Taylor. Oh my goodness. I feel bad for her right now. I know as an artist, you was just on this high winning all these awards, and then now the whole, oh my goodness. I can imagine. I can. I feel for her. Y'all send her her prayers. And it was just the song. That song was not the type of song that she should have sung. That's it. That's it, and that's all. It doesn't take away from her being a performer. She's a great performer. Yeah. Big ups to Teyana Taylor. Love to her. Like how they do the half heart, somebody else will do the rest of the heart with me. Is that right? Yeah. Yeah. Love Teyana Taylor. Yeah, but anyway, that's all I have for you guys. I just wanted to come on here and do my recap. It's probably the last time I'm going to talk about this madness. I had to get on here and do a recap because they talking bad about Teyana Taylor, and I'm like, oh no, po thing. And then I'm loving Rihanna little bio. Okay, I keep talking about Rihanna, but Rihanna looks natural, right? Versus like a Lotto who had a baby and then she come back out flat stomach, booty popping, body giving va va voom, and it's like, okay, all right, you look good, but we know you've apparently done had some emergency surgery, but I don't know, that's a little dangerous to me in my opinion. But I like the fact that Rihanna like, fuck that, okay? What you get is what you get. Okay, this is what happened, and I'm loving it. Okay, because she really looked like she's happy. She really did. But yeah, anyway, that's all I have for you guys. Make sure you guys subscribe to my YouTube channel. Give me a thumbs up. I really would appreciate it. All right. Share my video. Okay. Watch my video. Subscribe. Thumbs up. All the great things that are free. Okay. You don't have to spend a dime. And I'll be back with another video real soon. You know how I do. All right. Peace to everyone. Good evening to everyone. Have a great night. Peace.